Alright, I'm ready. $2K, you in here, man?
Yeah.
Good game, bro. That nigga Lance Stevenson tricked that free throw for me, man. I was pissed when I lost that game. I was pissed.
We are. You made it wrong. As soon as I got up by 10, you made it wrong.
I said, this nigga, man.
Live in Boston.
I thought I was gonna, if anything, I thought I was gonna miss the first one. Then I made it. I said, I got this shit. He missed the second one.
That's all I needed.
In Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this inter-conference contest right here. Sacramento is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Sacramento, Kawhi Leonard is out there with West. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Lee. And it's Whiteside in the 5 spot. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Got a piece of it. And now the Kings, fast break. And Lee with the stuff.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
What the?
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Pick by West. The drive by Rondo. Rebound Boston.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Here's Rondo. Paul George making his last shot. Rondo passes to West. The shot is good off the backboard. And it's the Celtics ball. Left side Lawson. Rondo with the steal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And guys, that's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days.
Rondo dishes to West. Back to Rondo. Clock at 6. The shot. Sacramento gets it back. Here's West.
And it's sent back by George. Here's Lee. Back to Whiteside. There's the dish to Lee. Right side, Rondo. Goes up with it again. Here's Whiteside. Well, it was only a matter of time that they finally get the bucket. Whiteside's got his first points of the game. And Shumpert kicks to Lawson. Noah, the pass to Embiid. There's the double team from Whiteside. It's tipped and stolen by Whiteside. Here's Rondo. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
You know, Rondo, a strange year shooting the ball last season. For a good stretch, he was shooting the same from the free throw line as he was from three-point range, about 30%.
Now here's Shumpert. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Kings leading now by 6. Picked by West. Pass to Whiteside. Back to Rondo. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. Greg, you were talking about Rondo, and his shooting woes have been well documented. Clark, he tried to tap into Dirk's old shooting coach to help him out while in Dallas.
You know, a good portion of this might be mental at this point for Rondo. He is getting to the point in his career where I think it is what it is for him in regards to his shooting.
George dishes to Lawson. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid, no good.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
And it's West missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Now, here is Lawson. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. He dishes it to Embiid. Lawson with it. West picks him up. It's stolen by Rondo. Throws it up high. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Rajon Rondo, guys, really needs to operate in a system that's point guard centric. He needs the ball to be effective. Pushing and driving, dishing. When he has to play off the ball, that's when trouble starts.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Jefferson's checked in for Embiid. Lance Stevenson comes in for Shumpert. And Ellington is subbed in for Ty Lawson. And George kicks to Stevenson. There's the pass to Jefferson.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy out there. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And for Rondo, he's almost a throwback at the point, fearlessly taking it to the hole, getting knocked down, and getting right back up to fight another round. The thing maybe against him right now is what kind of guy, influence, what is he like on a team? How does he affect it?
That's a great point. And also nowadays in the NBA, there's more of a premium on shooting and spacing. So it's going to be up to Rondo to adjust to that new style. That's going to be the question. Can he make that transition?
Well said.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts. And the energy of a mountain lion.
And Sacramento has possession. Outside Rondo. Fires from deep. Count the bucket. Rondo's got 8 points. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
It's stolen by Jefferson. And finished off by Noah.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Noah with the block. They recover it. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Kings.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Whiteside. Anderson comes in for David West. And it's Booker in for Courtney Lee. Here's the screen. Rondo with that clean look. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Kings leading now by 9. Here's Booker. The three-pointer no good. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Jason Terry is checked in for Rajon Rondo. And Leonard gets it to go.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Now here's Ellington. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And now here comes Terry late in the break. Booker the pass to Anderson. Paul George with the steal. In the corner, it's Ellington. Here's Noah. Boom, he chases it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
I gotta get back on D, man.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Ellington kicks it to Noah. Shot on the wing. The shot is off.
Why would he fade away,
Sacramento
man?
will go the other way with it. Here's Booker. His three-pointers off the mark. Celtics trail by 12. Ellington from outside. No luck. Good work defensively by Terry. Here's Leonard. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to play in. They have to build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Butler, he's checked in for the Kings.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Now here's Terry. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. With 1 on the clock. Throws it down as if... The official calls the foul, maybe a three-point play. It's going to be Lance Stevenson.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Noah. Urebko comes in for George. And it's Rivers in for Wayne Ellington. Pulls up. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
The feed to Jefferson. Nobody near Stevenson. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. Sacramento leading by 11. Now Terry. There's the pick. And Butler, here we go. Aldridge dishes to Terry. And he gets it to go from the corner. Terry's got 5.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Here's Rivers. Rebound by the Kings.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
The Kings shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And both free throws good for Terry. So for the Kings, they come in off the wash to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Stevenson passes to Urebko.
Oh, these niggas.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And Cole Aldridge with the slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Stevenson kicks to Urebko. And it's blocked by Aldridge. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here's Rivers. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit difference. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here.
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
On the floor for Sacramento. Rajon Rondo is up there with Lee. Then it's Caron Butler. Then there's Whiteside. And it's West in a power forward position. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
He's playing sloppy as fuck, y'all. Let's get it together.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely, I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
And the Kings making a change here. Leonard's checked in. West a screen on Rivers. Right side a screen. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
And they call the 8-second violation.
Wow.
Too much time
Good
getting
day.
up court.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
Whiteside sets the pick for Rondo. Here we go, one-on-one. Jefferson has a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Jefferson's got his first 3 points of the game.
That fast break three is one of his favorite shots. He's never afraid to pull it up from deep.
Rondo dishes to West. Gets that one to drop. That's his third field goal in 8 tries.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Caron Butler is checked in for Lee. Inside. Here's Jerebko. Leonard with the steal. It's Butler that time on the assist by Leonard. And the Kings lead by 20.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Now here's Leonard. 8 points for him.
Get the rebound, yeah?
The second chance effort. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And pushing it up, here's Boston. A nice shot by Rivers.
Shit is far from over, y'all. Let's play ball.
Finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Rondo. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a DNP CD. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
And Whiteside sends it back. Just 3 to shoot.
You gotta knock that down, Rich.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
And for Stevenson, to his credit, he took the benching in stride. He knew he just wasn't a good fit at times.
Yeah, and his coach, Steve Clifford, was upfront about it, and I thought did a nice job handling that. Clifford said he wanted Stevenson as a Hornet, but just couldn't find a unit with which to make it work.
Rondo drives in. West with a wide open look. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight. Jefferson passing to Embiid. Slammed home and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Caron Butler.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
For Boston, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of this.
And you know their performance at the line. It's definitely dropped off. Not the trend they were looking for.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way.
not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics, and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
This nigga, man.
No good from Lawson.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
And George, here we go. The Celtics need to get a shot off. It's stolen by Rondo.
You fucking kidding me, man.
Inside. Here's Leonard. And he jams it after taking the nice feet on the run.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And finished off by Noah.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here's Rondo. Great D that time from Lawson.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
To the paint. It's tipped. Leonard with the steal. It's stolen by Lawson. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the rejection by Leonard. This is to Shumpert. Deflects the pass. Butler with the steal. Here's Whiteside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it three.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Anderson, he's checked in for West. Booker comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Terry in for Rajon Rondo.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And the call will be against Ty Lawson. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Sacramento. Terry with it. Now Lawson defending. Terry kicks to Booker. Clock at 6. Back to Terry. And stolen by Lawson. And pushing it up. Here's Boston.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Now here's Booker. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Again, the miss by the Kings.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Now here's Booker. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Celtics trail by 10. George, that's a 2-pointer. A second chance effort. And Aldridge sends it up the floor. Pull-up jumper. Rebounded by the Celtics. It's George on the wing. Terry covering. Kicks it to Noah. Pass to Humphries. Nice ball movement by Boston. Down low. And George with the stuff.
Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
Boy, he threw out
Come
some
on, man.
punishment with that two-hand throw.
Come on, y'all. Let's be serious.
Continue to attack that rim.
Rivers, he's checked in for Ty Lawson. And a change for Sacramento. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Karan Butler. Anderson kicks to Terry. And 2 free throws coming up as in this is drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Boy, you've got to be able to knock down your free throws if you're going to keep a team that's behind. You at bay. When you don't make your free throws, that's a good way to let the other team back into the game. Just an amazing game for Jason Terry. He has 8 points and 1 steal as well. Boy, he's been a big contributor in this one.
And it isn't something that they get from him every game, but I tell you what, they got to be loving it today.
Jerebko's checked in for Boston. Jefferson comes in for Shumpert. And Aldridge sends it back. Lee, that's good. Celtics trailed by 14. Rivers with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Wants to get it off to Noah and does. To the inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Chris Anderson.
Up and over the defender with one hand. Facebook.
Looked like the D had a good chance to cut him off until he made his move to the rack.
Yeah, that's just a really nice job of taking it right to the rim.
Now here's Terry. He's got 9. Aldridge dishes to Lee. To the paint. And Cole with the slam.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Jerebko. No good with the triple. Here's Lee. Again, Sacramento.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
George passes to Noah. Fires it up. The shot by George, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
The wide open look here for Terry. Trains the three-pointer. Terry's got 12 points in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money. That's no doubt. And finished off by Noah.
Put a little extra on that one, didn't he? Nice play by the fella.
Greg, I thought for a moment the defender was going to cut him down, but it didn't happen.
Wow.
You know, he didn't want to risk the and one. There was no way he was going to be denied on that stuff.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Celtics trail by 18. Passes it to Jerebko. He kicks to Jefferson. He feeds it to George. Noah dishes to Rivers. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Anderson. And now the Kings fast break. Here's Terry. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Kings ahead. They finish off the second quarter on a 15-5 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade.
It's been a solid outing for Noah. 13 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. We're seeing a tremendous game from Joakim Noah.
And how about his scoring in that first half?
Oh!
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Here's Rivers. Stevenson outside. Feeds to Jefferson. Stevenson drives in. The offensive rebound. Rivers again. Rondo. And that one hits back iron. Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Kings leading now by 20. Rondo kicks to Leonard. Fades and shoots. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Jerebko. Can't get it to go. Now Sacramento takes it the other way.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Lee gets the bucket.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
And guys, Courtney Lee now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you know you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's also one of the best free throw shooting 2 guards in the league, Kevin. And last year he and Conley were out of sight at the end of games. That's a wonderful combo to have 2 great free throw shooting guards late.
Boston making some changes. Embiid comes in for Muhammad. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Austin Rivers. And Embiid throws it down.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Leonard with a screen on Lawson. Rondo, no good.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
Nobody near Leonard. No good from outside. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Jefferson kicks to Stevenson. Embiid with the screen on Whiteside. Embiid, the pass to Urethko. Cannot hit. Good D by Lee.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Outside Leonard. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 16. The Celtics shoot the ball at 42%. No good from Lawson. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Leonard, that's for 2. Again, Leonard missing.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Screen by Lee. Left side West. 5 on the clock. Rondo dishes to Whiteside. Shot is no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Lawson kicks to Stevenson. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist from Stevenson. And it's 9 points for Joel Embiid. They set the pick. Rondo with the ball. Now Lawson defending.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And the Kings making a change here. Butler's checked in.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Here's Stevenson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
Leonard draws the double. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And that one's on target from the wing. Butler's got his second basket of the night. Outside for Jefferson. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by Caron Butler. Kings leading now by 22. A 3 from Leonard. No good. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Los Angeles. Lawson outside. No good on the 3.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it. Pretty early to be over the limit, Kevin. They'll have to watch the fouls from here out.
And an important part of every team's game, we'll look at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Rondo drives in. Here's Whiteside. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Lawson the pass to Noah. Lawson dishes to Shumpert. Noah kicks to Embiid. Back to Noah. Sacramento grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 8 rebounds in this game. Butler on the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Back to Lawson. It's stolen by West. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Whiteside. Anderson comes in for West. Booker, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Terry in for Rajon Rondo. And he gets it to go. Booker's got his first 2 points.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
And Lawson with the drive. A beautiful reverse layup.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
And here now the Kings. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Terry kicks to Anderson. Clock at 6. There's the dish to Booker. Drills it from outside. Booker's got 5 points so far. For the Sacramento Kings, their last game a loss to Oklahoma City. Lawson the pass to Noah. The Celtics working the ball around now. Leonard against George. And stolen by Booker. The open shot by Leonard. Again, Sacramento.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
George, no good.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Oh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge. A shot by Lawson, wide open. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Sacramento's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Terry dishes to Leonard. Sacramento again missing. Boston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
Here's Booker. Misses the three.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got his 5th assist in this one. Pass to Aldridge. It's tipped. Embiid with the steal. And George with the stuff.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Leonard draws the double. 6 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Jason Terry. George with no one around. And it's Boston with another.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Aldridge, guarded by Embiid. Here's Booker, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That is on Ty Lawson. First one falls for him.
At the line for the Celtics, Devin Booker.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Boston now. They're on an 11-1 run. It's hauled in by the Kings. Leonard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Wide open look. Offensive rebound. And Lawson with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Lawson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Welcome back. Fourth. Quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Kings leading now by 21. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. We've got West. Rajon Rondo is up there with Lee. And it's Caron Butler. And it's Whiteside in the center position. Lee with the steal. He dishes it to Butler. Whiteside sets the pick for Butler. Back to Lee. 18 feet out. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Lee's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Kings.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Rondo kicks to Whiteside. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack. And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, Steve Kerr and Jason Kidd both coming with no coaching experience over the last few seasons and also having success. I don't know, guys. Maybe we should throw our hat in the ring, but pretty impressive stuff.
That's not for me to do. I've already determined I don't want to coach for a paycheck, even if it is a big one.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Right side of screen. The drive by Rondo. And here comes the break. Pushing it up. Off the left rim and out. Kings leading now by 19 points. Fires the three. And it's Humphries with the rebound. Humphries has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Lee passes to Whiteside. There's the killer two-handed slam. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him. Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Jerebko kicks to Jefferson. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their teams. You can name a dozen all-star level point guards in the league right now.
Jerebko. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Sacramento calls time.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. To illustrate just how strong the point guard position is right now, Greg, in the NBA, just take a look at the point guards who did not make the All-Star team a season ago. Wow.
You know, in both conferences, it's almost as if we're in the midst of a point guard renaissance for the NBA. I mean, MVP Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, CP3 out west, John Wall, Kyrie Irving in the East. Boy, I could go on and on with the great players at that position.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Boston. Lance Stevenson comes in for Austin Rivers. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's West. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Lance Stevenson.
Took out the game for David West. He has 8 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Stevenson again. It's Butler. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Courtney Lee. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams like it did last year who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
Stevenson dishes to Jerebko. That's good.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Kings leading now by 21. Lee passes to Butler. From outside, off the mark.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And finished off by Jefferson.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Right side, Lee. And the pass to Rondo. 5 on the clock. That's good. Rondo's got 4 this quarter.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And Stevenson kicks to Ellington. Inside. Yarebko can't get it to go.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Celtics trailed by 20. Outside Jefferson. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat. You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what, he would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Embiid. Paul George comes in for Yarebko. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Lawson in for Wayne Ellington. And a change for the Kings. Leonard's checked in.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And Lawson, here we go. And there's the feed to George. To end the run. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got his 8th assist in the game. Here's Rondo. Dishes it to Whiteside. And he slams it one-handed.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
And George kicks to Jefferson. Fires from deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Kicks to Lee. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Kicks it out to Leonard. From outside, off the mark. And the Celtics shooting well here in the 4th quarter, 50%. And it's Shumpert again, missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today, no doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable.
And there's a whistle. It goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard dishes to Rondo.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
And Lawson with the drive. And stolen by Whiteside. Oh, and here we go with Rondo. Nobody back. Whoa!
Goodness.
Woo. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Shumpert with the steal. Left side Jefferson. Pass to Noah. Outside Shumpert. Back to Noah. George with the screen on Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Noah. The shot's good on the assist by George. 15 points for Joakim Noah.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
West kicks to Rondo. That's good. Rondo's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
For 3, Lawson. Out to Shumpert. George passes to Shumpert. He feeds it to Noah. Second shot opportunity. Sacramento grabs the miss. Rondo drives in. No luck. The Celtics shooting well. They're at 45%. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. The 3 from Leonard. Shot is off. And the Celtics going the other way now.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Kings.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Leonard. You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Down low, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
That free throw missing.
Ty Lawson.
And he sinks the second. And here are the Kings now. Knocks it loose. Here's Shumpert. And it's denied. Here's Jones. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Good game, man. I gotta do some fucking scrimmaging with these niggas. I ain't ready with them yet, man. That shit looking bad. No shit.
Look what happened when the game got sloppy. Introducing the Lone Ranger, the Kimo Sabi, the horse for big, the 10-gallon tracks, the hood cowboys with the 10-gallon raps, racking ACG boots and baseball caps. This ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gangstar foundation to treat. We branched all shine out. keys in possession of Black Poet, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are intact. Don't believe me? Action, point it back to the track. These be important and responsible for drama like Sarah Palin, Joe Biden, McCain, and Obama.
Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, 2 ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system.
NYG.
They said New York fell off, who's bringing New York back? I'm like, where we went? What part of the game is that? We've been here the whole time, anxiously waiting. And the streets paper chase, supreme testing our patience. Now stop the presses, listen up, this is not a lecture. More like a message with a flow that's as hot as peppers.